This channel is for adults and not for kids. Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by. So today, this was Thor's idea. Good boy. Good boy. Today I wanted to talk to you about the MEGO Creature from the Black Lagoon. So this is a really, really cool monster action figure. I like MEGOs. I like them a lot. I loved them when I was a little kid. I had tons of the Planet of the Apes dolls, the Star Trek dolls, a bunch of the Marvel characters. I had a lot of MEGOs. The MEGO's version of the Universal Monsters, the Mad Monster figures that they had. I had all of those. But as I got older, those rubber bands that hold those toys together would just wear out and break, and then you'd be left with a pile of parts. I have the same problems with the G.I. Joe figures from the 80s. They're nostalgic as hell, and I really like them, but there's just something about toys that are held together by rubber bands that just pisses me off. I hate the fact that you have to sort of perform major surgery on them to get them back to working order. Yes, I know they sell those replacement O-ring, those little bands, and you can do it. You can restring them and get them back to working, but I just don't like the fact that you have to do that. Like I really like my toys and collectibles to stay together, indefinitely, and not just fall into a bunch of parts. So the MEGO Creature that you see in front of you is on a new body that they created. It's a 14-inch tall action figure, and it's what they call bandless. There are no rubber bands holding this bad boy together. This big chunk of fish man is made on a new body that MEGO came up with, and I like it a lot. Now, I'm not saying I don't own any MEGOs, because I own a bunch of them, and I do like them. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm shitting on MEGO, because I'm not. I do like them. It just leaves a funny taste in my mouth that, you have to repair your toys after a while. That just rubs me the wrong way. Anyway, let's get to looking at this guy. Oh! All right. Let's open one of them up. I mean, they've both been opened up, but this is a really cool box, except for the background. I don't know why MEGO did that, but that's a famous still from Universal Pictures, where they've got the Gill Man with his hands up like that. And I don't know why they didn't just use the photo of him, because that's obviously the background from the photo, but they photoshopped Ben Chapman out, and they put in this sort of comic book art Creature from the Black Lagoon. I mean, it's a nice drawing, but it's just bizarre that you've got the actual background and then a drawing. That's just kind of silly. Sometimes MEGO makes some weird ass choices with their art and their packaging. So an even worse offender than MEGO would be the Super Joe figures from the 1970s. I have told you guys before in the past that out of all the incarnations of G.I. Joe, I'm one of those weirdos that likes the Super Joe incarnation the best, where it was more sci-fi heavy with monsters and robots and lasers and all that shit. But even worse than the rubber bands that hold MEGOs together were the little rubber joints that held the Super Joes together. Even if you kept one mint in package, nowadays you're pretty much guaranteed just to see a package of parts because those little rubber joints disintegrated over time. So there are worse offenders out there than MEGO, and I really don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. Like I really hate MEGO, because I don't. I just don't like the fact that you have to, repair them, every 10 years or every 15 years, or depending on what sort of environment you live in. I got a buddy in Arizona who said that his MEGO figures, the rubber dries out super quick, and he says he's always having to replace those bands. So I don't know. I like MEGO because they're super sentimental and they hit a certain spot. They hit a certain childhood nostalgic, button. So I'll never not like them. I just wish they were constructed differently. And that's why when MEGO said they were making this one, a bandless body, I was over the moon. This is a really cool toy. He's got nice detail on his head and his face. His gills. So the head is like a vinyl plastic. This chest piece is like the same material. Then he has a fabric suit. Yeah, this is all fabric. His hands are plastic. And his little fishy feet are plastic. And he is a really cool monster toy. Like I said, he's 14 inches tall. So for a quick comparison to the littler one they made, this is the 8-inch MEGO Creature from the Black Lagoon that they made. which the littler one looks like the face has even more detail. I don't think they scanned this and created the new one, because like I said, yeah, this one looks like it has more detail in it. So perhaps they just went with a totally new sculpt. That's the two of them side by side. This is the 8-inch. Which, again, the feet, the hands, the chest piece, and the head are all plastic. And then he has a fabric bodysuit. But I thought it was pretty ingenious the way that they came up with it. Because, you know, everybody that gets the Universal Monster license, when they take on the creature, they have to get inventive. Like, how are we going to do that bodysuit? You know, there's different ways to do it. Sideshow, they did a completely rubberized body. Mondo went completely plastic with the entire thing. And then here you see Mezco. No, oh my God. MEGO. Fuck. All of these companies have 4-letter words, and sometimes when I get excited, when I start talking about monster figures, I get my Mezco, MEGO, NECA mixed up sometimes. Those sound like baby words anyway, don't they? It sounds like you're talking baby talk. NECA, Mezco, MEGO? Anyway, I think you got the right idea, Thor. I think it's time for a fucking nap. I'm getting goofy as fuck. Anyway, MEGO did it by vinyl head, hands, chest piece, and feet with a fabric body. And like I said, the other ones had rubberized bodies, or they just said fuck it and they went, the entire thing was plastic. So it's neat to see how different companies, you know, attack the same problem. You know, they just come about it by different means, different methods to translate this beautiful universal monster into toy form. And I don't think there's any right way or wrong way. It's just, you know, different ways of getting to the same destination. I don't know if, I forget if this was the MC version or if this is the re-released version that MEGO put out. I've got both of them. One of them's darker and one of them's lighter. This is the lighter one, so this one might be the MC version. So I've got this lighter one, the 8-inch figure, a lighter one. I've got a darker one. I don't have the black and white one. Yeah, if somebody's feeling generous and would like to donate a black and white MEGO 8-inch creature to the Bionic Vampire Ninja Toy Fund, that would be very much appreciated. But I was never able to find that one out in the wild. I don't have him in my collection yet. I really do love this 14-inch one, though. And like I said, I was super happy when they said this guy was going to be bandless. That he's just like a large-sized, you know, 14-inch tall figure with no rubber bands, just a completely plastic body. And I did pick up 2 of him. I believe you can still find this guy. I think he goes for about $40 on Amazon. I don't think Big Bad Toy Store has him anymore. But that is a look at my MEGO Creature from the Black Lagoons. Dun 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 dun. All right, my friends, I think Thor has the right idea. I think we're going to take a nap and then we're going to come back with some more monster videos. All right, my friends, hope you liked taking a look at the MEGO Creature from the Black Lagoon 14-inch and 8-inch figures. I'll be back really soon with some more monster toys. Happy Halloween.